Morning, folks. John McNamara, your Wilbur-Ellis agronomist here at the Plattsmouth branch location. Wanted to kind of do our final session on kind of a story that we've been telling all summer long between varieties with trait mixes. And specifically, we're talking about XtendFlex beans versus the E3 operation. As far as differences in plant height and physicalities. If you can remember in our past YouTube sessions, we've talked about cupping of beans and shortening of nodes, and they didn't look real well, and something about flowering with some of these E3 soybeans that caused them to pucker and stay that way all summer long. Well, today's October 7th, and we're really a few days away from harvesting this plot. And if I kind of step out of the shot a little bit, you can kind of see left to right differences not only in plant height that have lingered from your left to your right. The E3 beans a little bit shorter, so they didn't get any taller, and they probably didn't pod as well as some of the XtendFlexes. If you look at on the right hand side as we pan right, they're a little healthier. They're still hanging on to some of their leaves. Now this is still the same maturity. There's no maturity differences, managed all the same, planted the same date. This is truly a matter of trait difference. And so the XtendFlexes stayed a little healthier, stayed a little longer in an attempt to throw more pods and fill out the beans. So as an example, we basically went side by side. And if you remember back in August, we were talking about pod count and how they filled out. So in my left here is an XtendFlex option, and in my right is what would be an E3 option. Now, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. If I was buying something, I would think about this before that. Does it mean anything until we yield it? No. It's all a beauty contest till you put it in the bin. And so once we get to that point, we will certainly share that data, not only with this specific maturity that we followed all summer long, but also the XtendFlex versus the E3s that we have comparisons. I think it numbers in the neighborhood that there's 12 side-by-sides out here to give you a little bit better look as far as same maturities, but different trait mixes. So stay tuned for that. We'll probably have that here in a few weeks.